WhirlyBall is the perfect marriage of amusement rides and sports. This experience has guests playing a hybrid of lacrosse and basketball while riding in bumper cars. If this sounds like chaos, it is. But I love every moment of it. In this review, I'll explain everything you need to know about this attraction and why I think no other set of bumper cars will ever dethrone this attraction. WhirlyBall was invented back in Utah in the 1960s. Riders board bumper cars and are given a scoop. You use this scoop to fire a wiffle ball at a target on a backboard. Every time you hit this target, you earn a point or a whirlick. While you don't need to be in peak physical condition to do well at WhirlyBall, you do need excellent hand-eye coordination and anticipation. I remembered seeing a flyer for this game when I visited the Mall of America back in 2020, and I made it a priority on my return trip. Little did I know that I had passed other WhirlyBall locations in my travels. This game is particularly popular in the Midwest, with both Illinois and Minnesota having multiple locations. You can also find them elsewhere, including one that used to be in Orlando. My lone experience with this game took place at WhirlyBall Twin Cities in Bloomington, Minnesota. It's literally across the street from the Mall of America. You have two options to book. You can either rent the court for an hour. This costs $220 to $240 depending on the day. Or you can participate in a 30-minute pickup game. I did the latter for my two games at WhirlyBall. It can be a little tricky to join a good pickup game for two reasons. One, all three courts could already be booked, so definitely call in advance. Two, you're at the mercy of how many people arrive around the time you do. This venue does allow you to play one-on-one, but that's not the true WhirlyBall experience. Official games play with teams of 5, but you really want at least 3 people per team if possible. For our second game, we had to linger around the parking lot for 20-ish minutes until another family arrived to play with us. Riders board Whirlybugs, which are special bumper cars designed to offer better agility and steering than traditional cars. Riders use a standard pedal, but the wheel is replaced by a hand crank. While I was worried the steering mechanism would take some time to learn, it was seamless. You turn the crank clockwise to go right, and counterclockwise to go left. And to go backwards, you spin the crank 360 degrees. These cars do not hit the hardest, but head-on collisions are openly permitted and encouraged. You don't see that in many other bumper cars. You do really need to be strategic with your hits though. Sometimes I try to time a hit to disrupt a throw. Other times I try to block someone to force them to give up the ball. Or you can try to box people out. While the game is similar to lacrosse, you're not supposed to make contact with the other player's scoop. You are allowed to block them with your scoop and car though. The latter is the best way to force someone to give up the ball. The most difficult part about this game is firing the ball with the scoop. It definitely takes a few minutes to develop the proper technique for passing and shooting. The target on the backboard is pretty small, but I found it reasonably easy to hit if you had a straight up shot. It was really rewarding when you heard that buzzer go off. What I struggled most with was passing. It was tricky figuring out how much arc and velocity to use. Most others I played with were the opposite. They could pass like pros, but they struggled to score. So what would I rate WhirlyBall? I would give this experience a 10 out of 10. This is one of the best attractions I've experienced in my travels. The game is super addictive and especially worth checking out if you love both sports and bumper cars. I know the experience isn't exclusively about the cars, but these destroy every other set of bumper cars out there because of how they're implemented into the experience. They perfectly fit a sport as chaotic as WhirlyBall. And purely as an amusement ride, I honestly would take this over anything at Valley Fair. That's how cool this attraction is. So those are my thoughts on WhirlyBall based on my experience at the Twin Cities location. What are your thoughts on WhirlyBall? Have you ever tried this attraction? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.